This one.
Shit.
Sweden don't have no hood, I don't believe it. Nah, I don't know, you know. When I went Saudi Arabia, man bought a couple Swedish Mali youths and they were telling me that they're from Gothenburg. Apparently it's the hood.
Shit. Gucci ryggsäck, nästa bild är en patek på mig, yeah. Vill du ha den, jag tar den. Jag ser du känner grupptrycket i ryggraden, baby. Kom träffa mig vid baren, baby. Six figure nigger, inte som de här barnen, baby. Hey, lyssna på mig, livet här går upp och ner. Vi pratar mycket men det är så lite du vet. Jag försöker göra mitt, ligga lågt och vara diskret. Lyssna.
I chat, all my Mali niggas in the chat, what does this mean? What does this mean? No, it's actually like it's wavy, but like obviously if I didn't know what it was saying, you get me. But it's wavy though. I like it, it's wavy still. Yeah, and I think I seen a snap of Trump's reaction to it actually. Let me hear something else from him. Hoodrich. He's cold, so he's cold.
Hey, grabbarna är på hugget om mig.
The boys are on the look.
Skalad, lagförd, jag har varit över 100 rättegångssalar.
You've been in over 100 courtroom. Wait, chat, this guy actually on smoke. Is he on smoke?
På hugget om mig. Jag skalad, lagförd, jag har varit över 100 rättegångssalar. 20 någonting skott.
Man said shots, hollow points, cop killers. What the hell?
Framgång har en melodi. Hoodrich folk, de vill döda mig. Jag sitter i en skottsäker bil. Hanterar vapen och till ett överlevt krig.
Some fully gang war in the past. Swear down, little part of Stockholm full of Malis. Okay then. Well done. We're gonna react to that video. He said you haven't seen a video about the beef in Stockholm. Now I don't know what's going on in Stockholm. I met some Gothenburg youths, some Malis from Gothenburg when I went Omra, and he was telling me that it gets active out there, innit? You know, oh my god, chat, you know Sweden has the highest crime rate in Europe. They showed me. I didn't even believe them when they told me. We googled and they were right. They told me that Sweden has the highest crime rate in Europe. So these men must be telling the truth though. Cause this sounds, bro. You know how I know he's tapped, yeah? Cause my man's not even singing the lyrics. He's just doing gun fingers. The man's just doing this. He's not even singing the lyrics. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let sound. This feel he's mad. So this is the most viewed song in Chicago. Let's hear this one. My boy Top G, you know, walk on. I'm not gonna react to this one. I'm gonna react to that documentary I'm talking about, the Swedish thing. Yasin, they're done, Chicago.
Jag fire in the backseat med en Glock 19 förlängd mag. De kollar in i mina ögon sen de säger till mig att jag har förändrats. Om vi skjuter via mål, så det är bäst att ni är snabbt tänkta. Jag är vi skyttekungar. Nästa år vi spelar allsvenskan. Jag på i mitt garage, pulla på via kalas. Sluta upp med din fasad, vi skickar upp det till Allah. Sen vi flyger till garage.
He's flowing. He's flowing, he's flowing.
Dricker Hennessy, habibi LB. Vi mot dem, det är derby.
I want to interview this guy. I want to interview Yasin still. Someone tell him to shout me. I want to interview this guy still.
Programmerat sen barn, gått barn sen barn. De kan inte se mig ha det bra, de kan inte se mig ha det bra. Monopol, investera vad du snål. Pengar kommer, pengar går, pengar kommer där går. Alla vet jag kan min sak, jag förbereder nästa hak. Om jag sitter
nah, this is cold.
I en bil, minst 2 glocks där bak. A-uv orörda, Yasin byn svår att döda. Kunderna de blir förförda, poison till att de är höga. FTP pratar nada, rest in peace Indiana. Bakom ratten röker Lala, Frankie Babelensi.
Now rest in peace Indiana, man. I don't know you, but he said it, so I go repeat it still.
Jaga, svårt att vara där vi är, svårt att leva som man lär. Gatan har karriär, fått att fråga mig om snö. Man är jag en glaciär. Programmerat sen barn, gått barn sen barn. De kan inte se mig ha det bra, de kan inte se mig ha det bra.
Oh, the music stopped, He went in, I can't lie. He went in, I can't lie. What's his Instagram? His IG, 2 Gun Kid. Oh. His IG is 2 Gun Kid. I don't know if I want to type that in. If I type that in, I'll have bomb squad at my door in half an hour. My man has no post. That's how you know he's on route. Brother. I just found Instagram. This guy has no post, bro. That's how you know this guy's on smoke. Yeah, no, I can't lie. He's the truth. Let's react to that gang war video in Sweden.
2 men in their 20s have been shot dead in Stockholm in an apparent gangland killing. Swedish police say they were sitting in a car in a suburb northwest of the capital where gangs have been fighting turf wars. It brings the number of dead in such attacks to 5 in the past week, 7 since the start of the year.
So when we think of gang warfare, we mainly think of America, England, or maybe some third world country, but not Sweden. In this video, we will be going through a deadly war in the capital city of Sweden called Stockholm, which despite Sweden being a country of only 10 million, made Sweden have the
only 10 million. I got niggas with body counts higher than that, man. 10 million people in your country. That's a block party. That's a block party, bro. That's carnival act.
Okay, so like I said before, we are going inside the capital city of Sweden called Stockholm. More specifically, a small town inside Stockholm called Rinkeby, home of 2 of the most ruthless gangs in the country. Now, Sweden for quite a few decades now, home of called Stockholm. More specifically, a small town inside Stockholm called Rinkeby, home of 2 of the most ruthless gangs in the country. Now, Sweden for quite a few decades now has had quite an open and relaxed policy towards asylum-seeking refugees. The country was quite notorious for letting residents of war-torn countries like Syria and Somalia claim asylum inside their country, and when refugees would come in, there were a few towns normally they...
Okay, now that makes sense though, because it's like, it makes sense, because think about it, like, let's say you're 6, 7, you've grown up in a war-torn country, all you've seen is man getting shot, yeah, then you've not even legally, you smuggled yourself into a different country, let's say Sweden, Germany, England, whatever, yeah, and obviously you're not living luxury because you're never meant to be there. You're not living luxury. Like, your parents got no money, they ain't got a job, they can't work because they don't even have citizenship, and you're growing up, you're just angry at the world, you get me? So it makes sense how these guys kind of get involved in that lifestyle.
They will be sent to. One of these towns being Rinkeby. In fact, Sweden actually has the highest asylum immigration per capita in the whole of Europe. But despite...
See, that's what I'm saying. See the correlation between the highest level of asylum seekers and having the highest crime rate. In my opinion, I don't think there's a coincidence between that correlation. I think there's like a clear link between the correlation. Like, people, the countries that have a high amount of immigrants, a high amount of asylum seekers, also having a high crime rate. I don't think that's a coincidence.
As Swedish open door policies, a lot of the Swedish people wasn't as accepting to the new arrivals, and far right protests didn't make integration the easiest. Now Rinkeby is home to...
They're saying that's the SWEDIL. That's the Swedish version of the EDL.
To a massive Somali population who were escaping violent conflicts in their home country. But a lot of Somali people who moved to Rinkeby were struggling. And
I remember Dave, it was sounding like Trump right now, but hell, you're saying it's the truth though. It's the truth. I remember when Dave said that bar, he was like, Somali dad ran away from the war, now his son's in the war, what a cycle we're in. You get what I'm trying to say? So like you get me? That's kind of basically what this guy's talking about. I mean, this video is basically what Dave was talking about when he said that bar.
High unemployment rates and hard living was a common theme with the Somali immigrants who just moved in. So the kids of these immigrants had to get it in another way, with the other way mainly being drug dealing and robberies. But on the 22nd of July 2015, a robbery gone wrong led to one of the worst bouts of violence Europe has ever seen. 4 Somali
Did he say Europe has ever seen?
boys from Rinkeby planned and executed a robbery on a currency exchange in a city called
Man brought a chainsaw on a robbery.
They ran off with around $200,000.
200 stackinis. Bro, why did you bring a chainsaw to a robbery though?
And the robbery was talk of the town, but not everybody was happy about this. The robbers who executed this left out a couple younger members from the robbery, despite the younger members being part of the planning for it. The reason why the younger members were missed out was due to a previous robbery where one of them let off an unnecessary shot, so they were seen as a liability. The same day, the youngest started demanding money from the robbery, but they were getting shut down. The person who was thought to be behind the robbery was a 19-year-old called Izzy.
The man said he's my age. Chat, imagine me doing a robbery on that scale. Oh my days, the way I would, bro, I'd snitch before you even do it. Big man thing, before you even get there, I'll call the police and be like, I can't lie, there's a robbery's about to take place. I'm gonna be involved, but if you see me, don't panic. I'm not really involved. I'm just there as a disguise. You get me?
After the robbery, he was shot dead.
What's it called? Snabber Cash. Tell you, I'll write that down. Snabber Cash. I've got a watch list of series I need to watch.
With the younger members thinking that they might be getting their cut from the robbery when they arrived. Instead, when they pulled up, 16 shots were let off onto the younger members, killing one 16-year-old and injuring the other, creating a big divide in the town between the younger and older Somali group of friends, with only 2 to 3 years separating them.
Wait, what? So, chat, put it this way, yeah. Obviously, we're all rolling together, we're all ganged off. Them man, 3-4 man out of the crew, like we're all planning a robbery together, yeah. 3-4 man out of the gang, yeah. Go to hit a lick that we've all planned together. Obviously, I'm gonna feel sour. Obviously, I'm feeling that type of way. But how the hell did that conflict end in a man letting off 16 shots? Like, my thing is this, yeah. That's a problem with the gang life and the street life, yeah. It's like this. It's like so many beefs, yeah. People that are beefing, people that are riding out trying to kill each other. So many of them beefs, yeah. People, they started off as friends. And that's like, even I've seen it happen firsthand, bro. Like, even things that happen close to home. Like, people I know personally. I've seen people actually go from rolling together every day to they can't even be in the same room without something happening. And I find that insane. Because for me, yeah, if I once had love for you, bro, that's how you know a lot of men in the road, they're rolling with each other, people they don't even have love for. They're rolling with people they don't really know like that. Because think about it, like, if you really have love for someone, think of someone, like, no homo in it, but think of someone, yeah, that you like someone that you roll with every day. Think of someone you roll with every day. Obviously, situations change. Obviously, people do sneaky shit. My thing is this, yeah, there's certain people that, even if they done me wrong, I wouldn't rock with them. Obviously, if they done me wrong, I wouldn't rock with them. But, like, the fact that I once had love for you, man wouldn't want to see anything happen to you. Even though you're a snake and you done me wrong, yeah, I still wouldn't want to see anything happen to you just because of we used to, like, man once had love for you, once upon a time I had love for you, get me? Even though the love ain't what it was before, yeah, like, if I found out that something happened to you, I'd still feel the type of way, regardless of whether you done me dirty or not, just because of, like, me personally, if I've got love for someone, then I'm not one of these people, that's because you're a good guy. You say it's because I'm a good guy, it's because I just feel like that's normal morals, bro. It's nothing about being a good guy just because of, like, I don't want to sound cringy, it's because I'm real, bro. Like, I don't even roll with that many people. So if I'm rolling with someone, if I'm saying this is my guy, yeah, there's a reason for that, you feel me? So, like, I wouldn't ever want anything to happen. Even if you went left and you done some weird shit I don't agree with, I still wouldn't want to see you get, you know what I'm trying to say to you? And that's why it's mad to me how so many, like, people just go with, like, rolling with groups of 50 man, next thing you know, it's 5 groups of 10 and they all go beef with each other. That's why I find it crazy still. I find it crazy. It's bad, man. It's mad.
Rinkeby is a small town, real small, with less than 20,000 people living there, and a lot of the Somali community already knew what was about to happen, with some of the kids even relocating quite fast after these 2 days of carnage. But for a while, it wasn't looking like a big issue inside the town, with only little spouts of arguments and fistfights, but no one was getting killed at this point. In Somali culture, there's something called blood money, where the families of the deceased get together with the families of the murderers and discuss to pay a price for the murder. The two families of—
Swear down that happens in Mali community. Swear down. I don't know if I could sit down with the family of someone that killed my son though. I will bang out.
Together with the families of the murderers and discuss to pay a price for the murder. The two families—
Cause lad, brother, you can't put a price on my son's life. You know the most chat. Am I bugging? That's the way I see it. Is that a Mali thing or is he capping? Is that actually a Mali thing? Did Mali do that, yeah?
Of the murders got together but couldn't agree on the blood money ritual, but they did plan to have both of the murdered to be buried next to each other to show some unity between the two. But this piece was cut short on the 2nd of December 2016. A member of the Shotters gang called Indiana was visited by his brother who was living abroad in university. Indiana and his brother were spending some time together before his brother had to go back to uni, so visited the local cafe to get some food. Out of nowhere, 2 masked gunmen from the Death Patrol ran into the cafe and started.
Death Patrol. So that's what DP stands for, Death Patrol. Oh my god. Death Patrol is a crazy name for a gang.
And letting off shots. The 2 brothers tried to escape, but got trapped inside the washing room and both were shot to death. Despite the brother not even having any affiliations, just being on a quick break from uni, this caused outrage and forced everyone from the small town of Rinkeby to pick one side, Shotters or Death Patrol, and the beef starts to intensify. December 31st, the man is shot in his car that is linked to the Death Patrol gang. He's shot 4 times in his legs, but left with non-life-threatening injuries. Next day, another man from the Death Patrol.
What the hell? Every day man are getting booted up.
31st, an alleged violent drug-related arrest near a metro station left the residents of Rinkeby to have enough, and large riots started storming throughout the city, which led to looting, arson, and even fights towards the police. 3 people were injured and 2 arrested.
Bro, I swear at the end of 2022 we had the war zone here in Sweden. Swear down, this sounds crazy.
When Hamza Abdi, a member of the Shotters gang, was shot twice in the head. The shooting was caught on surveillance and the police was desperate to find the killer, but it was seeming like this would be another unsolved case for the Swedish police, until 2 young boys were caught doing the robbery 2 months after the killing. One of these boys being the 16-year-old called Shaki. After they were caught by the police,
Shaki,
they raided Shaki's house, where they found the same gun and clothes which were used in the murder of Hamza Abdi the month previous. They also matched Shaki's body type to the body type of the shooters. Now, Swedish sentences and prisons are very light compared to the rest of the world. Sweden has quite a different type.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Another thing I got told when I was in that I got told when I linked them Swedish youths in Saudi, was that the jail system in Sweden is tapped. Like you can catch a body and be out in like 3-4 years. I don't know if they're exaggerating, but like apparently in jail, like the jail system in Sweden is like non-existent. And another thing, the jails in Sweden, but they're like hotels, bro. Like they're actually beautiful, bro. Like they're actually beautiful. Like the jails in Sweden are actually so nice. And you don't get you get light sentences as well. So I'm not gonna lie, if I went in Sweden, I didn't have a place to stay, I'll just commit a crime.
So even despite Shaki committing a murder,
that's a jail, bro. Bro, I've got brethren that live in uni or comms that are not as nice as this. That's a jail.
He was only sentenced to 3 years in the youth care unit. I'm not really...
Imagine living there for 3 years and calling that jail. Oh my god.
Another big rapper in the city called Haval. After the argument, Yasin, Haval and Einar would make slight disses towards each other, until Haval invited Einar to an apartment to squash the beef. When Einar pulled up to the apartment, Haval and others kidnapped him.
Why would you trust that? Why did Einar trust him? I don't get it. What does that mean, child? What does that mean? What they just put his feet? What does that mean?
Him up and holding him hostage in an apartment. During the kidnap, Haval stole his watch, his chains, and held him for £100,000 ransom. The gang even forced Einar to wear female underwear and took numerous pictures of him in embarrassing positions. Haval and his gang threatened that if Einar didn't pay the ransom money, that they would release the pictures. But Einar refused to pay, so the pictures were posted all over social media. At the same time, Swedish police were starting to crack down heavily on Stockholm gangs. And once the pictures got released, they wanted to make examples out of Yasin and Haval. Same time, Swedish police were working with other countries on a crackdown of an encrypted network called Encrochat, which was a network where normally
the Encro thing is brazy still. The Encro thing got bare man nicked, even in the UK as well. 3 of the guys though.
Criminals would discuss illegal activities on an untraceable server, until the server was hacked by international authorities in 2020. During this hack, Swedish authorities managed to track messages sent by Yasin on the plot to kidnap the rival rapper Einar. Yasin originally plotted to lure Einar to a recording studio where they would have captured him, but Haval beat him to it. Both Yasin and Haval were both arrested for the kidnapping, with Yasin sentenced to 10
Why was Yasin arrested? Yasin had nothing to do with it though.
months.
Or maybe for conspiracy.
Haval sentenced to 2 years. But the court wasn't
That is so light though. 10 months and 2 years. That's mad.
happy and wanted longer sentences. But to do this, they needed Einar to testify against them at court. Several months later, Haval's little brother is shot and killed, and Einar was the #1 suspect for this. But they had no evidence.
Wait, how did my man just say that so casually, bro? We need some more emphasis about that. My man's little brother just got doppied, bro. Just like that.
But to do this, they needed Einar to testify against them at court. Several months later, Haval's little brother is shot and killed, and Einar was the #1 suspect for this. But they had no evidence against him. But regardless of this, the court was still persistent on getting Yasin and Haval's sentence increased. But Einar was still refusing to testify. So the police set up a false...
I can't let you stay solid, man. Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit.
pickup from Einar's apartment, so
shit.
you'd have no choice but to go to court. That same night that decision was made, Einar was shot dead with 1 bullet to the head and 2. That same night, a false pickup from Einar's priest, but Einar was still refusing to testify, so the police set up a false pickup from Einar's apartment, so you'd have no choice but to go to court.
The police set up a false pickup. What's a false pickup? What's a false pickup? I don't get it.
Same night that decision was made, Einar was shot dead with 1 bullet to the head and 2 to the stomach. No one knows the exact motive for the killing, but generally people think that it's because Einar was about to testify on the kidnapping. The shooters released videos on Snapchat just before the murder, with masks and the same Glock that was used for the murder. After the shooting, the killers released another video playing one of Einar's songs in the background, with the caption 1-0, but still no one's been charged for the rapper's death. Yasin
Man said the capture was 1-0.
has since been released from prison for the kidnapping, but the feds still have him under investigation and could possibly rearrest him for more serious charges to do with the kidnapping. He's also still a potential suspect for a murder on one of his own gang members that took place on New Year's Eve 2019. A 20-year-old Shotters member called Vincent was shot dead in the back of a car in the early hours on New Year's Eve. In the car,
You saying these man don't do no nankins, just hella ootings and bootings and shootings and rootings. No nanky, just bare beating.
there was even footage of other members in the car giving Vincent a present. Police believe this was all recorded to try and cover up the Shotters members' motives for the killing. Straight after the murder, Yasin booked the first morning flight to London, but was arrested shortly after. Evidence shows that the shot was fired inside the car, and once they detained Yasin, they also found gunpowder particles on his clothes. Police say a possible motive for the murder was that Vincent had been getting closer with another gang in the area, but for now, Yasin and other members have all been released due to lack of evidence.
Yeah, nah, that is mad. Chat, that's crazy. Man said Sweden is active like this. Swedish gangs are built different, trust me, man. Yasin, nah, I wanna hear Einar and what's the other guy? Haval, was a Haval, yeah? Rest in peace to Einar, man. Flipping hell. Drip too hard. Let me hear this one.
Drip too hard, det är min stil. Jag flyger som ett plan men jag åker i min bil. Ey, drip too hard, det är min stil. Jag flyger som ett plan men jag åker i...
Nah, this one, this is me. Inform me. Right, this is the intro on Netflix. That's hard though. That's hard to use the song for intro. Okay, I'm interested in the Swedish thing. I'm interested still.
Min bror sitter på fullt med stick som en kaktus. Kokainet här väcker upp det som en kall dusch. Till 24 mannen inte som en nattbuss. Fett stark hasch, du kan åka på en halvstuss. Einar skicka agent, de tror James Bond. Mannen obsen har mens, de behöver tampong. Och det är ingen abonnent och du råkar vara broke. Och oj, det luktar bränt, vem blev smoke?
This one ain't not good. This ain't not good.
De vill vara på min nivå.
Chat, who's who? Which one's Bon Cuz? Which one's Gvizako? Nah, that man trying to do choreography and that, man. Just stick to the gun fingers, man. The dancing thing ain't for Swedish niggas, I clocked it. The dancing thing ain't for you lot, man. Just stick to the gun fingers. Oh, this is One Cuz. Now, he's cold. Okay then. So that's One Cuz. And he beefs Yasin. One thing I clocked about the Malis, they love the singing thing in it. Not Mali, the Swedish youth. You man love the singing thing in it. They love the singing thing still. These man just be waving around burners in the video like it's nothing. Look how long that clip is as well. That's a GTA thing. Yeah, nah, I can only imagine the kind of guns they have access to as well. I can only imagine the kind of guns they have access to. Nah, but these man must be getting all the Swedish Johns, though, like all of them. Bro, how a man dance with a gun in their hand? Do you know how scary that looks, bro? Man are dancing like this and they've got a gun in their hand. Broski. Yeah, now the Swedish thing is crazy still. These man are tight, chat. Yeah, now this Swedish used to chat. Should I go out there? Should I go Sweden? Apparently there's bare Jones out there, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Rest in peace, Einar, though. That's still got me by surprise.
Stockholm, Sweden, yeah. I know my bitches can't play me. I know my haters can't phase me. I grab the Glock 19 if a nigga can't pay me. Mask on my face so the feds can't blame me. I sell coke and I blaze weed. Plus I heard the opposition wanna blaze me. Ha, stack money, stack daily. Tell my bitches that I'm back.
Nah, but you know what kills me about Swedish youth is their accent. Cause the accent literally sounds like a confused American. You know, like an American that kind of like, I don't know, like got lost on the way home and they ended up in a different country. That's what they sound like.
In my neighborhood, we gave the kids shoes for free.
Oh, this is hard still.
Shopaholic, I dress like a true don. We're talking Hugo Boss, Moncler's and Louis Vuitton. Your peas, I break into your house if you lose my keys. Huh? I'm stacking every penny, I fill my glass.
Break into your house if you lose my keys. That is a bar still, that's a bar. Because obviously keys is a reference about drugs and obviously I don't know. I'm stacking every penny.
With Henny, I caught the semi, cause my haters are too many. From hash to weed, from dope to cocaine. Fuck the police, we give them no names. They already know we talk nada. Yasin Bin, aka Stockholm Don Dada. I do my own thing, fuck a hater's opinion. My life's like Google and I'm searching for a million.
It's mad because they have the exact same, they're using the exact same slang as us still. These the exact same slang as us, but the American does have their accent does have a bit of American twang though, I won't lie.
And I don't give a fuck about no label. I'm attached to my plugs than a cable. I trap till I'm stable. I'm in the studio for a minute, then it's back to the paper, back to San Siro. Top class Kashmir, 50,000 for a kilo. Only making bangers, but I'm always in the streets. I only go to studio when I'm ducking the police. Free my niggas in the pen. They don't wanna see you on top. They don't wanna see you shine.
Nah, these Swedish niggas love singing. They love singing still. How did I find this guy? My chat put me on.
I know. They don't wanna see you shine.
No. They don't wanna see you unlocked. Only got money in my mind. Hey.
They don't wanna
see you on top. They don't wanna see you shine. Oh.
They know I got the
money unlocked. Only got my money on mind. Hey. Hey, that's a flipping banger, fam. Oh my word, these Swedish youths are not ramping, bro. These men are not ramping. And these Swedish youths are not ramping. Yeah, and that's enough Swedish reaction for a day. But big up Sweden though. Man's definitely chat. We've got a lot more digging deep to do in the world of Sweden, I can't lie.